Canada just made a move that could reshape its economy and its future. A new deal with China, a warning from its own auto industry, and a prime minister caught between two superpowers. This is China's strategy and Canada's gamble. Prime Minister Mark Carney is no ordinary politician. He ran the Bank of Canada, then the Bank of England, the first foreigner ever to do so in 300 years. Now he faces a harder problem, keeping Canada afloat between United States and China. Since Donald Trump returned to office in January 2025, the US has imposed tariffs on Canadian exports starting in March, citing drug smuggling and trade deficits. Canada's economy depends on the US, so Carney went searching for leverage. He went to Beijing. The result? A new strategic partnership with China. Canada will now allow up to 49,000 Chinese-made electric vehicles into the country at a reduced tariff of just 6.1%. That's a major opening for Chinese automakers. Ottawa says this will bring Chinese investment into Canada through joint ventures and help build a domestic EV supply chain. But critics hear something else. Chinese cars built by Chinese companies competing directly with Canadian workers. In return, China has agreed in principle to slash its massive 85% tariff on Canadian canola down to about 15%. This matters because canola is huge in Canada. China buys nearly $3 billion worth every year. The industry generates $43.7 billion annually and supports 207,000 jobs. For farmers, this deal could be a rescue line. For factories, it could be a warning sign. Ontario Premier Doug Ford didn't hold back. Ontario is Canada's auto heartland, and he says Ottawa is inviting in cheap Chinese vehicles without any real guarantees of investment. And here's the irony. During the 2025 election, Carney called China Canada's biggest geopolitical risk. Now Canada is tying its economy closer to Beijing. So what did Canada really trade? Cars for canola? Factories for farmers. In a world splitting between Washington and Beijing, Canada is walking a tightrope. And when giants collide, the country in the middle usually pays the price. For more such interesting geopolitical deep dives, like, share and subscribe. Geopolitical Navigator. Thank you for watching.